Hey guys, Ezra here. We're going to switch it up a little bit and we're going to talk about something other than mobility. Today I'm going to help you get to a freestanding handstand. And I'm going to try and do it in under 5 minutes. I'm not going to waste any time telling you that this is a fast track shortcut because it surely isn't. It will take everyone at a different amount of time because we all start at a different level, different strength level, different endurance level, and we all have different levels of stress tolerance, and you certainly need a high level of stress tolerance to be able to consistently work and eventually get that free handstand. Without further ado, let's get into some quick progressions. First and foremost is scapular positioning. We're going to go over the position right now, and I want you to apply this to the rest of the exercises that I show you. Very simple. Hands in front of you, shoulder width, and I want you to be in an elevated and protracted position. Now, you can imagine that if my entire body weight was over me, I'm shrugging and protracting to bring forward, and this creates a solid base. I will show you the straight arm plank. As a general rule, I believe everyone who follows these progressions should be able to hold each position for at least 60 seconds before attempting the next. But I do encourage you to play around and get familiar with what the more advanced progressions feel like, without injuring yourself, of course. Number 2. All the movements apply. I'm elevating and protracting the scapulas and breathing. Now the next position is a variation of the tripod, except now we're going to lift the legs in the air, one at a time. We're going to experiment with what it feels like to have less weight down low and to heighten our center of gravity. Now, onto the third variation of the tripod. We're going to lift both legs in the air, and this is referred to as a headstand. This is a popular yoga position, and it definitely increases awareness of body line. I'm going to try and get my body as straight as possible so that the weight is stacked. Now, as a bonus, I'm going to show you 2 positions I use to increase awareness in the position, both of shoulders and arms, and of core and the tension throughout the lower half. And position number 2, okay, I'm out here on my deck in the direct sunlight, so excuse me if I'm squinting, but I have a wall here and I'm going to show you the next progressions that you can use to get your freestanding handstand. Notice how far I place my hands from the wall. First, I'm going to start with about 6 to 8 inches between the wall and my fingers. And then over time, as I get more comfortable, I'm going to inch my fingers in. The ultimate progression here, or the ultimate move, is fingertips to the wall, which would ensure that your whole body is stacked and that you have the correct tension throughout your body line. you can see that I have work to do. And it's true. I haven't mastered my freestanding handstand, but I'm surely on the track to do so. So, an even more advanced progression that I'll show you to use so that you can use to build strength in the position is to turn around and put your belly to the wall and do what are called shoulder taps or wall runs. I've heard them called wall runs. Now finally, I want to introduce to you what's called the kick-up. And I believe this is an extremely undervalued step when learning a free handstand. And that's because, like every other movement, you must be consistent in your form and positioning. And if you don't know how to do a kick-up, or you practice different movements, different versions of the kick-up every time you attempt, then logically you're not going to move very far forward. So we need to learn how to do a proper kick-up. Firstly, I'm going to do it against the wall. Okay, for the kick up against the wall, a couple things I want you to keep your eyes on. One, my swinging leg, the momentum leg, is straight, toes pointed, and it remains that way throughout the entire movement, making contact with the wall and returning to the ground. The other one is what I use to push away, and actually there isn't much push involved. Swinging the momentum leg above you is almost all you need. However, it only works that way if you begin with your shoulders stacked directly above your wrists. So now I'll give you a side view so that you can see what I'm talking about. What I want to help you understand is that not going for the handstand right out the gate is what is going to ultimately ensure that you do the movement correctly. That's the priority here, doing the movement correctly. Your handstand will come, and as long as you are committed to getting there, then with the correct amount of practice and the correct amount of recovery time, your handstand will arrive. Okay, so to wrap it up, today we learned a few progressions that myself and a couple of my closest friends have used to get to freestanding handstands, and I think they're applicable to anyone's fitness journey. Anyone can get to a freestanding handstand. And if this video helps you to learn one of the few positions that I told you today, then I'm set. We're content, and that's what it's meant to do. We're here to share, and we're here to learn together. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and certainly I will see you in the next one.